After 2 years of being stuck at home due to the pandemic, many of us are just itching to jet set on a long delayed holiday. But if you're not sure where to go or how to make up for lost time, travel expert Lorraine Simpson has you covered. And Lorraine, this is hilarious because this phenomenon is being called revenge travel. Do tell.
Oh yes, revenge. Okay, Tracy, we've been stuck at home. We haven't been able to travel. People are just itching to get out, and they've just decided life is too short. Let's go big. You know, it's live big, it's travel big, it's eat stuff you don't even know what it looks like, and it's experience things that take you out of your comfort zone. That's revenge.
Well, that's where we're at right now. Yeah, people want to live large again.
Yes.
So, and use those air miles. And you've got some tips for us on where we maybe should be spending those travel miles that we've had on standby over the last couple of years. What do you suggest?
The best way to do it is actually buy a premium economy seat, but use your points to upgrade. So you could actually get to sit in a lie flat bed, or even if you went on Singapore Airlines, you could maybe go on one of those double beds. It's like a suite, and they put two beds together, and it becomes a double bed, and it's like a wonderfully exotic suite. And the other thing you could do, did you know that you could actually fly private, like a private jet? So private jet rental companies actually sometimes have these jets that go to a destination or come back from a destination, and they are called deadheads. So there's nobody on it. You're not going to be sitting next to somebody famous, but you could purchase that leg, which they call the dead leg. You could purchase that for a lot less money, so you could fly private jet. Aha!
Okay, I'm curious. How do I go about booking a deadhead flight?
Well, Tracy, too, you can get a deadhead seat by contacting the private jet companies and saying, do you have anything going anywhere that you would sell to me for cheap? There's 7 of my friends. We would like to go to Aspen, Colorado, or we'd like to go somewhere. And, you know, where have you got? And we'll buy your dead leg of your journey.
That's amazing. Okay, so if you had to pick right now, where are you going on your revenge trip, Lorraine?
So my revenge trip would be, let's start with Belize, okay? So I love Belize. It's a beautiful English-speaking country. Used to be a British colony, and now it's sort of a melting pot of 6 different cultures. So let's say you go over to somewhere like Char Creek, which is in the jungle, and I spent about 5 days in the jungle. We rode on horseback in through the rainforest. It was fantastic. We cooked over an open hearth mestizo food, and I've got some of the spices I'm going to leave here for you, Tracy. So after that, you take a little mini plane, not like a private jet, little mini plane over to San Pedro Island, where you can stay in a lovely beachfront hotel, like, for example, at Matachica, which I just thought was just the bomb. Wonderful little cottages that you could stay right there on the beach, but there's all sorts that you can stay. So I have to ask you the same question, Tracy. What would be your revenge trip?
You and I were planning my revenge trip before there was even revenge involved in 2020, and it was going to be Tanzania and Zanzibar, and it would include a safari and the beach time in Zanzibar, and maybe even a dip down to South Africa, and then back home from Johannesburg. I want to do that, so maybe we'll try and get that started again. If not this year, then next. But yeah, that's where I would go. And I know that you have another suggestion that is kind of in the Indian Ocean, I believe.
How about Mauritius? It's still in the Indian Ocean, but Mauritius is a little bit more off the beaten path. Also a melting pot of cultures, beautiful mountainous and gorgeous white sand beaches. Affordable. I would maybe stay at the Oberoi, but we're talking over-the-top revenge travel here, but still only 500 to 700 a night, depending on the season. Perfect trip right now.
Absolutely. Okay, so can we talk about cruises? A lot of people have said forget it to that. You tried one. What do you think?
Well, if you're following my story, of course, you'll know that I got stuck in ship jail on the Windstar. So I'd have to do Windstar again, because actually they were wonderful. They treated us wonderfully. But let's do Windstar, but go all the way over to the south of France. I'm a bit of a Grand Prix buff, so we would watch the Formula One Grand Prix in Monaco, and then maybe also go over to Cannes Film Festival and do that. Amazing trip. I would love that.
I would love that too. I'm going with you.
Yes.
Okay, let's talk about your most idyllic trip situation in Asia. What have you got for us?
Oh, yeah. Well, I used to live in Asia, so I'm going to take you a little bit off the beaten path again. Let's do Langkawi. It's only a short hop from Kuala Lumpur. Beautiful island. I'd stay at the Ritz-Carlton. They have these little pods that look like bird cages. You can have lunch or dinner in them. Beautiful white sand beaches. Gorgeous location and very, very affordable. Super, super idea for a revenge travel trip. I would definitely recommend that.
Oh, okay. All right. So we did a Greek island honeymoon back in 2006, which we absolutely loved. I noticed the Greek islands are not on your list. Kind of surprised. Where would you put them in terms of revenge travel?
Well, they are on my list. It's just that I wanted this segment to be 2 hours long, Tracy. But I do know somebody that just got back from the Greek islands. I'm going to bring in Gurdeep. Hey, Gurdeep, tell me all about your Greek island trip, because I heard you had an amazing time.
Hi, I'm still here. Yeah, I had a great time in Greece. I went in September. It was when COVID was a bit calmer before Omicron sort of took over. I did 2 weeks in Greece. Highly recommend doing it the way I did it, which was 1 week on a boat that we chartered. Me and it was 9 of us. I was the 9th wheel, which is sort of how I travel. That's fine. And then we did 1 week in an Airbnb. We did sort of the lesser popular side of Greece, the western coast, the Ionian seaside. Highly recommended. So your day is like this. You wake up on a boat. Maybe you've had a couple of glasses of ouzo the night before. So you jump in the Ionian Sea. It's amazing. It sorts out all your problems. You get back on the boat. You have breakfast. You call your own shot. So if you liked an island, you want to spend more time there, you tell your skipper you want to stay there. If you want to go somewhere else, you check out a different island. Absolutely beautiful. That is the way to travel. And then we spent a week in the Airbnb, which was based in Lefkada. Amazing food, amazing people, absolutely beautiful.
Okay, the only way I'm going back to Greece is if I can charter a boat. That is the way to do it. Gurdeep, thank you so much. And Lorraine, as always, you've got me itching to get back on a plane. Great tips. Cannot wait to kick off my revenge travel as well.